What's up, guys? Before we get into the topic of this video, I wanted to let you know what you'll be watching today. So today you're watching a video of Mr. Beast, who's the #1 YouTuber on all of YouTube. I'm playing one of my favorite videos of his. He's pretty much going through different islands and how much they cost. But he's my main inspiration for starting a YouTube. He came from nothing, worked his butt off, kept posting, and before you know it, he was #1, making a lot of money. So I really have a lot of respect for him, and I really um, kind of want to be like him. So I'm posting videos. I'm giving my all, and hopefully one day I can do it full time for a living. But anyways, let's get into the topic of this video, which is why college is so much easier than it used to be. It's 2024. I would say within the last 5 to 10 years, it's gotten a lot easier than it used to be, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Um, and I think now is a better time than ever to attend college because I feel like average to below average students can be above average or excellent students and do really well and achieve whatever they want to achieve, whether it's medical school or getting straight A's or law school. And in this video, I'll explain what I mean. Uh, so me personally, I've been in school for a long time. I attended um, university in Boca Raton, Florida, and then I did postgraduate classes to try to qualify for a graduate program and or a doctorate program. So it's easy to say that I've been in school for a while, um, and I want to tell you um, why school is so easy these days. Um, Kind of going back to my background, um, I started in college maybe 10 to 15 years ago, or maybe 20 years ago, and finished college and started working, and then went back to college and finished some graduate upper level courses in order to qualify for a graduate program and doctorate program. So I've been in school on and off for about, I don't know, 20 years or so. But, anyways, enough about that. So back in the day, around 20, 30, 40, whatever years ago, when you would take a class, no matter what the topic was, didn't matter what the subject, math, reading, algebra, um, pretty much all of the classes had the same type grading scale. So basically, what it was is what it was, you know, tests would be like 50% of the grade, quizzes would be like 25%, homework would be like 25%, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What I'm pretty much getting at is that tests were a big part of your grade. They were like 50%. So even if you did really, really well on the quizzes, really, really well on the homework, if you didn't do well on the tests, probably the best you're going to do is at least a C. Um, they were a big part of your grade, and I know a lot of us, like me, were not great test takers. Um, but that's just how it was, back in the day. They had a whole formula for calculating your grade based on percentages and what everything was worth. Um, a lot has changed, though. In this day and age, within the last 5 to 10 years, something like that, teachers are getting away from that whole percentage kind of based grading scale. And what they're doing is they're kind of going based off a point scale instead. So, what I mean by that is instead of tests being worth 50% of your grade, this being worth 25% of your grade, it's all point based. So, at the beginning of the semester, the teacher will say the whole course is out of, let's say, 700 points. And the grading scale is if you get 700 in, let's say, 15 points, to from 715 points to 800 points, or I'm sorry, I'm saying this wrong. From 615 points to 700 points, that's an A because remember we said the class was at a 700 points. So basically, what it is that everything you're going to do over the course of the semester, they're all worth points. Um, Nothing weighs more than the other as far as like percentages go. It's just some things might have more point opportunities than others. So a test might have a possibility of 100 points, and homework will equal up to maybe like 100 at the end of the semester. But what I'm pretty much getting at is that they got away, teachers nowadays are getting away from what they used to do. And now it's a lot easier because if you don't do well on a test, it's not 50% of your grade, it's just points. So, you know, let's say online homework for the whole semester will equal 100 points. So that's 100 points right there. You know, tests are 100 points. So you take two, that's 200 points. Um, and everything adds up. Everything you do, homework, attendance, participation, online stuff, quizzes, everything. And at the end of the semester, you add up all your points and you see what range you're in, and then you'll know whether you got an A, a B, a C, or D, whatever. So, as you can see, school has gotten a lot easier these days um, than it used to be. So, I think it's a better time. It's the best time to be in school. Uh, you can do a lot better in classes that you normally maybe wouldn't do as well on. Um, because the tests are hard. But but yeah. So basically, just to reiterate it, um, back in the day, it was everything was a percentage based, and quizzes and tests were worth the most. But nowadays, it's a lot different, and it's all point based. So uh, it doesn't. It's hard to kind of explain this. So you guys kind of get my drift. So basically, you know, you can get, let's say, a test that's worth 100 points, but let's say between your attendance and your quizzes and your homework, you got 100 points. So that's kind of like a test grade in a way, or the test grade is kind of, vice versa. Nothing's worth more than the other, it's just point based. So um, in the end of the semester, let's say you have just the final exam left, but you've done everything else, all the homework, all the attendance, all the labs, all the this, you can pretty much add up your points. So basically, you can add up all the points you've done up to that point, and let's say the class is at a 700 points, 615 points or more is an A. There's been times where I've been in class and let's say I added up all my points before the final exam, and I only needed like 30 points to get an A. So that means on the exam, all I needed to get was a 30% or 30 points to get an A. So it also helps you calculate your grade in the end instead of kind of doing percentages and not really knowing what you think you're going to get and just thinking you need to do well in the final. Um, it's easier to calculate your grades as well. But since I've taken classes and it's been this kind of grading scale, I've gotten pretty much all A's. In my undergrad, I was pretty much a B student with an occasional C and a once in a while A. Now I'm getting all A's. So it really behooves us, I think, that the professors adopted this grading scale. And I'm not sure if every college does this. I know a lot of them do this, but the upper level ones like Harvard, Yale, who knows if what they do. But a lot of professors are adopting this style, and I think it's a really, really great time to be in college and to do well and to want to be like a doctor or lawyer, because I think this upcoming generation and in the past 5 to 10 years and going forward are going to be very successful um, in what they do because of how these professors are grading things these days. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this topic. I hope you pass along the information. Hope you like this video. Hope you subscribe. And hope you enjoyed the video you watched of Mr. Beast. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.